What's up, duelists? Before we get into today's video, I do have to say that I'm going to be at the Xanadu Games 1K tournament tomorrow, which I believe is Sunday, September 17th at 1 p.m. If you want to see the deck that I'm bringing to this tournament, I have done a paper deck profile at members only. You can see my Superheat sideboard technology. You can see my Superheat deck list that I am bringing to that event. And if you guys want to support, it's $2.99 a month, and you get basically, I think, roughly once a week an exclusive video. So it's pretty good value. I think $3 a month is really not that much money. And it does help me go to these events, and it helps me buy cards to be able to play new decks. So thank you guys so much. And then, of course, RBET Orlando, October 7th. Don't want to miss it. Biggest Edison event for the rest of this year. It's going to be Shonen Jump, Dark End Prize, custom mats. We got hella prizes aside of that. We got all of your favorite YouTubers, all of your favorite players. Everybody is going to this event. Like literally everybody who you've seen in these videos, everybody who whatever. Don't want to miss out. If you guys are coming to this, awesome. Hell yeah. See you guys there. All right, let's get into today's video. It's been a little while since I've done a replay review. I saw some of these guys playing some really cool decks, and I just wanted to go over their replays and watch them. So I haven't watched these matches. It's going to be a little bit of a surprise for both of us what happens. I'm going to show both hands, so we're going to take a look at everything. On one side, we've got Supposedly, who's playing what looks like Gemini Hero combined with Vayu Turbo, which is Brick City if you look at his hand. And on the other side, we see Ryanide, who looks like he is playing the Geartown Frog deck that Roundnook designed. So this is a really exciting matchup because we're seeing two very rarely seen decks, but decks that are pretty cool. So yeah, he starts off with Summon Swap Frog, send Treeborn. That's, you know, get your Morbius online. Next turn you can set your Geartown, bring out Treeborn, sack for Morbius, pop your own Geartown, and if your opponent sets one back row, you can pop their back row as well. Morbius is a really, really powerful card in this deck specifically. And then from there you can proceed to hit for 5,400 damage, which is massive beats. And then you have Brain Control to close out the game. Gonna see Allure of Darkness, banishing Sirocco. So I don't really like this play from Supposedly. I actually like banishing the Vayu instead, and then just holding the Sirocco in the hand and holding the Gale in the hand, and then hoping to go for a big Sirocco plus Gale push. Setting Vayu here is very bad because if your Vayu gets Kai'd, you are Sag. What you should do here is set all four of your back row and just Prage. Yeah, so I don't really like this play. Draws for turn. Here comes Treeborn Frog. Summon the Swap Frog. Bounce the Treeborn Frog. Attack the set Vayu. This play is a little bit sus. I don't really see the point in waiting on the Morbius. Like, just go for it. Literally. What are you waiting for? End phase, discard Treeborn again. Doesn't bounce the swap. See, now you've just exposed your swap. But alas, here we are. Now Supposedly thinks that Ryanide, supposedly, no pun intended, has no Monarchs in his hand because his set monster did not get Manorked. He does draw Miracle Fusion here, having 3 bricks alongside Burial Gale. Yeah, this deck looks like a hot mess, and not in a good way. Has to pass the turn. Yeah, would have been better if he had the Sirocco. Then he could have gone at least Sirocco, Gale, set Mirror Force, and have 3 threats to deal with a Monarch. But alas, here we are. Taking 1,000 damage. The chip damage is going to add up. End phase is going to discard the other Treeborn Frog. I don't really like this. I like setting Treacherous Trap Hole, but that's just me. Alright, passes the turn. Sets Bottomless, passes the turn. Here comes Treeborn. Here comes Set Geartown. Here comes Morbius. And Morbius is going to target both the Bottomless and the Geartown and special summon out the Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon. This guy can attack for 3,000. Putting Supposedly very dangerously low. One thing I would have liked to see is maybe pitch swap, special swap, and actually attack for 4,000. Dropping him to 3,000, meaning he has to answer the Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon without using Torrential Tribute, which is one of the ways to answer resolved Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon. So in order to play around Torrential, I would have liked getting the 1,000 damage in this turn as opposed to next turn. But that's just my line of thinking here. Setting Treacherous is not optimal here. Your opponent has no monsters, but it is one way of dealing with like Diva into Gilman. At this point, you're thinking it's Vayu Turbo though, so I don't think there's really any reason to set Treacherous outside of like Armageddonite into Plague, and in that case, they are forced to spend like 3 cards to make Bryonic, and you're like pretty okay with that, and you can just Brain Control the Bryonic next turn and go from there, and still have your Treacherous for later on. So I don't really like this, but He's doing it anyway. Here comes Burial. You're going to banish both, summon the Armed Wing, Special Gale, target the Ancient Gear, attack, and you're going to get Tretched here, yeah, every day of the fucking week. There goes the 2 monsters, and now you've got 1500 boy, but because the back row is Mirror Force, let's see if Ryan Knight sees this. You can bring back Treeborn, pitch Special Swap, bounce the Ancient Gear, and then double Tribute for Ancient Gear, and that's why I liked getting you the 1000 in last turn too, is because you could make that play and then attack for 3000 directly and threaten lethal. As it stands here, the situation is just deal 1500. And then maybe main phase 2 you bounce it. No, looks like he's not going to do that. Interesting. I'm surprised he didn't. It doesn't really matter. This game is pretty much over. Sets a new back row. Here comes Swap Frog. Attacks with the Ancient Gear. Yeah, we're just not playing our cards right here. I think pitch Special Swap priority bounce the Ancient Gear is the clear play. But yeah, that's going to run into Mirror Force. It's not going to matter too much. Ryan Knight does need to discard here. He should discard the Treeborn. Yep, there it is. Okay. Sets Torrential Tribute off the top, and now you've given him plenty of time to find that card, despite his deck breaking on him pretty hard here. Pitch Special Swap, there's Royal Oppression. To negate that, sack for Caius, target the back row. Yeah, I guess that works. I don't think it's, like, the best play, but, you know, supposedly can't activate the Royal Oppression anymore, so there's really no reason to target that. So it's either Caius target itself or Caius target the back row, and both ways lose to Torrential and Bottomless. The Torrential should be banished here, by the way. So the way things work is the chain resolves backwards, and then Torrential Tribute would be set to the graveyard. So Caius targets Torrential, Torrential is Chainlink 2, Torrential destroys the Caius, and then Caius is Chainlink 1, it banishes the Torrential. And then Torrential, if it wasn't banished by Caius, it would have been sent to the grave. This does matter if people play Mask of Darkness, which people don't. The card's good, but people don't play it. Here comes E-Call for Alias. If I was supposedly, I actually wouldn't reveal this. I would just concede. But he is. He is revealing it. Can deal 1900. Sets a couple back row, passes the turn. Here comes Terraforming. So this is pretty much going to be game, I believe. No, there's no way to game shot here outside of Force with enemy controller. So we're going to go enemy controller. Here comes Spark. Target the enemy controller. Now something Ryan and I could have done was bring out the Treeborn again to have the defender against an attack, but looks like he's not going to do that. Supposedly he's going to find Future Fusion and is supposedly going to turn this around. No, probably not, because he can't activate Future Fusion or Miracle Fusion into his own Royal Oppression. So this deck looks terrible. Just looks like it loses to itself. Here comes another 1900. Activate Future Fusion. That's going to get negated. You don't send there. Yeah, supposedly kind of forgetting that that's how that works. Treeborn Frog going to come out here. Brain Control. Attack for 1900. Hero Blast, target the Alias. But now comes Substitute. And now comes the Dupe Lock. And what are you going to do here? Nothing you can do. You're forced to defensively set your Alias. But this Dupe Frog can grab you. Why did we not bring back the Treeborn? I feel like we should have brought back the Treeborn. It's just a free +1. And you can tutor for... Okay. Honestly, using the Soul Exchange here, this is bad. Should have brought back the Treeborn. Should have just gone Gear Town, summon Ancient Gear, and then switched all your guys and then attacked over. Because there's really nothing that Ancient Gear can't get over. And between the third Swap Frog and your dupe and your Substitute, you have 3 lethal threats, and even if it is Snowman Eater, he can only pop 1 of the threats. So, oh, he just doesn't have a target because the other dupe is engraved. Wow. Talk about messy. Talk about soccer player. Now, if you're supposedly here, you're supposed to Heavy Storm your own Royal Oppression. But, yeah. That's why activating Future Fusion was so bad earlier, because if you ever drew your own Heavy Storm, you could shut off the Royal Oppression, but alas, here you are. Here comes Mausoleum. That's going to be disgusting. We got Mausoleum Lad here. It does put... Yeah, no, it just wins the game. Yep. That's going to be that. And we're going to go to game 2. Ryan Knight says, sloppy game on my end. Sorry about that. I don't know why he's apologizing. Supposedly, probably happy that he's playing sloppily. Yeah, supposedly his hand... I don't really know what the crossover is between the Hero Beat stuff and the Value stuff. It feels like they are 2 completely different decks. Multiple Miracle Fusions with a bunch of Darks in a format that doesn't have a Spirit Out is like really fucking bad. I don't know how to say it. But it's worth trying hybrid stuff because why not? It's fun. Summon Alias, set Bottomless Pass, set Treeborn Pass, draws Ocean. Cool. So what have we got? Alias attack the Treeborn. Okay. We're probably playing the Alias stuff instead of the Rykos, which is what I'm assuming. Draws for turn. Treeborn's going to come back. Nothing for that, really. Here comes Substitoad. Substitoad's going to thin the deck of all the frogs. Swamp Frog's going to send Substitoad. Going to summon Dupe Frog and pass the turn. There's Mask of Restrict. That is a very fucking good draw. Mask of Restrict, though, in this deck is laughably bad because Mask of Restrict alongside Gemini Spark that's your only way to out-dupe block. And you're going to shut off your only way to out-dupe block. So you basically just enter a stalemate that you can't win, which is kind of funny. But Torrential Tribute is going to help out a lot here. He should honestly not Mask of Restrict. Oh, he's going to Mask of Restrict Chainlink to Torrential Tribute to make dupe mistiming. But so that's pretty good. Here comes Treeborn Frog. Going to Terraforming for Mausoleum of the Emperor. And that's one way to play through Mask of Restrict is just Mausoleum. Going to set this over this. Summon the Gear Dragon. It's going to get bottomless. But then Mausoleum's going to happen. And here comes Light and Darkness Dragon. Interesting to summon Light and Darkness Dragon here. I actually would have summoned probably Gores, because you want the Gores to hit the graveyard. Gores beats this deck, by the way. It beats whatever the fuck hybrid hero beat Vayu Turbo deck is happening in front of your face. And then when they do finally defeat the Gores, then you can pump out the Lad and go from there, basically. So, yeah, summoning Lad here is like just blowing up your own Mausoleum, which is blowing up your only way to play through the Mask of Restrict, which I don't like. And then what are you special summoning back? A Dupe Frog? Like, that's not very good. So, yeah, here comes Burial. Here comes Sirocco. I don't think Sirocco can activate. I don't know if it can activate. Unless you have another Blackwing here. Yeah, I don't know if that... Let's look this up. It might be able to. It might be able to. Can it activate without another Blackwing? It gains attack equal to the combined attack of all Blackwing monsters currently on the field except itself. How is that worded? Can you activate Sirocco with no other Blackwings? This might be a little bit of error. The effect targets the selected monster. The monster can target itself, although the attack increase will be 0 if there are no other Blackwing monsters on the field. It cannot activate its attack boost in main phase 2. What the fuck? That doesn't sound right. You can activate it. Okay, if it's the only monster on the field. However, it will not gain any effects. Okay. Cannot activate it during main phase 2. Is that because you've declared attacks with the Sirocco or the other monsters already? It needs to have the battlefield there. Anyway, yeah, we're bringing out the Substitoad here. And like I said, if you had a Gores in play here, you would be fucking living. But alas, you just don't. So we're just waiting until we find an out, and that's it, pretty much. I think this is an improper sequencing from Ryanite, not recognizing how he was supposed to win this game. But yeah, it's just going to be a story of steal the monster here. You should actually attack the set monster with Goyo Guardian and clear the Treeborn with Ocean, because that's the card that can attack over it. Hits for 2,000. Here's Gores, but Gores doesn't get over Goyo. Brain Control can take Goyo, but this is an awkward situation, you know. Attack over the Ocean, steal the Ocean. Attack over the Sirocco. You attack the Treeborn, but the Treeborn actually shouldn't die by battle, because Substitoad says frog monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. So the Treeborn should remain on supposedly side of the field here. I knew both of them would miss that, because I would have missed that, honestly. Here comes Alias, attack over the Ocean. This is going to steal the Gores. And I think Ryanite is going to lose a very much one game here. Yeah, this game's over. We're going to go to game 3. Yep. That's insane. All he had to do was summon Gores first, and he would have been fine. Alas, he fucked himself up there pretty hard. This game, game 3, we got Terraforming in hand. That can find Mausoleum for Lad. We got Dupe Frog. I think the game plan is just set Dupe Frog and then try to Caius. That's what the game plan should be, at least. Here comes Rhoda. Rhoda's going to search for Stratos. Stratos is going to search. And this hand looks very good. Like, just looks very good. You have a lot of beat sticks. You have a lot of removal, and you have the Floodgate that's good in this matchup. So you're going to attack, run into Dupe Frog. Realize kind of the issue is that if you flip Mask of Restrict, you actually can't out this fucking Dupe Frog. And so, alas, here you are. Here comes Mask of Restrict, and that's going to be that. There's a Snowman Eater, which will out the Dupe Frog, but not at equity. Neither of them are going to catch this. Neither of them are going to catch this. It says tribute 1 face-up level 4 Gemini monster. And this says neither player can tribute cards. That's... Is he going to tribute summon the Sirocco next? Like, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen? We've entered the Wild Wild West. We've entered the Wild Wild West. It's funny because he knows the ruling. He knows that Dupe Frog will get him the search. But he's not paying attention to the... Anyway. Here comes Terraforming for Gear Town. That's going to play into the Bottomless, but the Mausoleum will help him extend. There is the Gear Dragon. You have to Bottomless this. Now you can Mausoleum out the Light and Darkness Dragon. He goes for Engineer to try and pop the Mask of Restrict. Honestly, shouldn't have Bottomless this guy, because he can't attack this into Stratos. He should have saved the Bottomless, but yeah, that was just a bad Bottomless. Oh man, weakness, Sirocco Pump, weakness, attack. What are we bringing back now? Dupe Frog, yeah. This is why it's important to read cards. This is why it's important to read cards. In any case, here comes Hero Blast. That's going to pop Dupe Frog. Dupe Frog is going to search for Treeborn and phase discard Treeborn. Here comes Alias. Attack skis. Supposedly he's going to attack for at least... You know what's crazy? Is he had DD Crow. Just DD Crow the fucking Hero Blast. Oh! I'm so sorry, folks. I'm so sorry. Play. What is happening here? It's like frozen. It's like frozen now. It's frozen. It got broken. The replay got broken. God damn. Yeah, that was a fraudulent victory. Very fraudulent victory. It's a pretty similar situation game 2. Mask was brutal. Alright. Alright, next replay. Next replay, we've got Furman Supreme versus Dex Prozius. Keep in mind, folks, these are 8-man replays. These are replays from, like, you know, these are like a level up from the Dueling Book random replays. But alas, here we are. What the fuck? I've never seen that before. That is a crazy bug. What the hell? Anyway, looks like we're watching Norlaris versus not Norlaris. But not Norlaris and Norlaris have both opened the most broken possible hand. So, kind of exciting, actually. Kind of really hype. I think, actually, you know what's crazy? I think the X-Saber deck's going to win this game. So, from Furman's side, you got Future Fusion into Dark Creator, I'm assuming. That's the only thing that really makes sense. Looks like he wants to take advantage of the Wyvern. And it looks like he's only playing 2 Wyverns. Fair, I guess. If you were not going to summon the Dark Creator, then you should have traded first. But I guess if he only plays 2 Wyvern, he doesn't want to... Oh, he's re-switching. He's re-switching the Dark Horse with the... Okay, to go up to 5 Darks. That makes sense, yeah. So, yeah, he is going to summon the Dark Creator. What? What? What the fuck am I watching? What the fuck am I watching? Holy shit. Wait, hold the fuck up. We just sent 5 Darks with Future Fusion, then didn't summon our Dark Creator, then Gold Sarked for another Dark Creator? Does he not realize he has one in his hand already? Summon this in defense position. Activate the effect. Summon out Red Eyes. Red Eyes, activate the effect. Summon out Dark Horus. You have 3 big-ass monsters under Torrential, under Bottomless. Why are we waiting? Under Oppression, too. What is the wait? That's the point of your deck, is to put those monsters into play immediately. Why are we waiting? I don't understand. What are you waiting for? It's not, the situation's not getting better for you next turn. It's not. It's literally not. I don't know. There's no shot that the situation gets better for you. And then on the other hand, if you look at Dex Prozia's hand, 1-for-1 pitch full helm, special summon Ragigura, add back the full helm, normal summon full helm, special summon Fall Troll. That should be an OTK, right? Or at the very least, it's like make Armory Arm, special back out Ragigura, add back full helm Knight, and you have like a +5. You know what I mean? Like, and then you have Armory Arm plus full helm under level limit, plus Full Troll to bring it back in case it dies. As it stands, he's just summoning Full Helm and attacking for 1300. Like, this is just not right. This is not correct. Like, I'm sure there's even a different line there. What is the other line? You go... No, I guess that's the only line, really. is 1 for 1. But you at least put your monsters in play. I don't get it. I don't get it. And he's not even going to get punished because he's going to draw his Heavy Storm. And he's going to OTK. Why? Like, why? You were going to do this next turn anyway. Why not do it first and play around bottomless? You know what I mean? Like, there's no reason to... What are you playing around? Like a turn 1 Black Rose? Like, that's really the only thing. And I don't even think there's that many decks that can go turn 1 Black Rose. Like, that's literally the only thing that not doing this turn 1 would play around. Also, why are we summoning the Dark Creator in defense? Just Heavy Storm him and summon it in attack. Like, what are you scared of? Anyway, here comes the negate. Here comes the run over. Wow. And he's getting bailed out because he draws another X-Saber monster here. 1-for-1 Pitchfall Troll, Special Ragigura, add back Fall Troll. Normal Airbellum, Special Fall Troll, Special out the Full Helm Knight. What are you doing? What is this? I guess this makes sense because we have the Gotham's Call. Never mind. Don't listen to me. But this is game. This should be game. Hold up. Let me think. So he's at 6,700. You can go Armory Arm, Gotham's Call, Fall Troll. Yeah, this is 1,000% game. You just double arm. Like I've said a million times in the past, double Armory Arm is your OTK setup a lot of the time, so you need to play double arm in this deck. Let's see if he goes for it. I'm excited to see if he goes for it, because my brother in Christ, just make Armory Arm, Gotham's Call, make the second Armory Arm. Your guy's 5,100. He attacks over Dark Horus. He deals 2,100 over it, and then deals 6,000 in burn because there's 2 arms. It's 8,100. That's... I mean, like, this is still busted, right? Like, this is still works. Like this still works. It's not going to win you the game, but still work. This is so wild. Like, why do you care about the hand? You have lethal in play. Single Armory Arm, equipped to Fall Troll. Oh my god, he's actually punting this. That's crazy. He's actually punting this game. That's fucking crazy. Wow. That's crazy. I mean, you're going to lose your whole hand here. You should have set the card destruction. Or at the very least activated it. That was stupid. Like, can you not see the cards that are in play in front of you? I don't... Okay. He didn't even hit the card destruction. Giving him an opportunity to set it now. End phase, we're bringing out the red med. Really no reason to do that, because your game plan is... Did he really Foolish Burial Phantom of Chaos? You're supposed to Foolish Norlaris. How are you going to out the fucking level limit? Oh my god. This game has caused me psychic damage. That deals 3,000 burn. Set, pass, card destruction. Got him. Get the last card. Armory Arm, Giant Trunade, and that's going to be the game. Okay. No, that's not even game, is it? It should be game. No, it's not game. No, it is. You just bring back Ragigura, make the second arm, equip it to Fall Troll. Please do that. That game was bad. That game was bad. Okay. Okay, you know what? It's cool. Alright, Norlaris player, going first. Summon Dark... What? You have the turn 1 Norlaris. I guess maybe he's waiting on it. Yeah, he's waiting on it because he has Trunade. Okay, if he can get Plague down, it's a little bit better. Okay, it's fair to wait on it. Ooh, Royal Decree's pretty good. Yeah, you should Trunade here before activating. Huh. So this is wrong. What you should do here is you should Trunade, pitch Gores, send Plague, use Plague, stack the Dark Creator, summon Phantom of Chaos, banish Norlaris, and then nuke, and then draw into the Dark Creator. And now you just lose, I guess. Because now you don't have the Dark Creator. But I guess he drew Wyvern, so that's okay. Interesting. Imperial Iron Wall. So it looks like it is the list from my video. He just looks like he should have the double arm. I don't know why he didn't go for it last game. Fossil Dino. Maybe it's not the list from the video. I wasn't playing this card. I don't think I was playing that card. Another 18. Why doesn't he summon Full Helm Knight? Am I missing something? Anyway, here comes Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer. That's going to crash. Heavy Storm. Special Dark Creator. And we're going next. Okay, well, you know what? It worked out. It worked out somehow. The Norleras still got there. Grand Mole, interesting. Yeah, this is definitely not... I don't think this is the list I was playing, because I don't think I was playing these cards either. I don't remember if I was playing these cards. I might have been. But I don't think I was playing Grand Mole. Looks like he's playing more of a Rat Box version of it. I think that that's just, like, weaker. Like, Grand Mole's not doing you any favors that the X-Saber cards aren't doing you. This is a combo deck. Just play it like a combo deck. Dark Refer activate, pitch Dark Creator, send Norleras, set deck dev, pass, and phase Dust Tornado the deck dev. Deck dev is crushing in this matchup. Probably should have Truenated to play around specifically that situation. Also, if you note, he has Dark Arm Dragon in hand. He could have pitched Dark Arm Dragon. So he could have done all of this. And Norleras boomed his opponent, but... Yeah, I was definitely not playing this garbage. Why are we not Goyo taking the Greffer? Why are we... Oh, I guess he's crashing first. Sorry, I thought Emmer's Blade was stronger. For a second there, I had like a blinding moment. Yeah, but yeah, we were definitely taking the Greffer here. You want to crash the Emmer's first. You actually probably want to crash it 3 times. And it's going to hit for 16 and hit a random card in the hand. And that's going to be Dark Armor Dragon. Which is pretty bad for Firmin Supreme, all things considered. But you can just go for Norleras here and equalize. Yep, and that's what's happening. Makes the most sense. And draws into Future Fusion, so... One of these decks is powerful, and one of these decks is not. Space Typhoon. I like the patience on this. Only bring back 1 Red Eyes. Very smart play from Firmin Supreme. Play around Brain Control. Here comes Rhoda. And you did normal, so you can't Wyvern again. This is going to drop down to 100. Brain Control is no longer off on the table. And there's Dust Shoot and Brain Control. And Firmin Supreme is going to win this game. That was a messy-ass match. It was very messy. It wasn't as messy as the one before this, but there was some stuff, especially game 1. The missed lethal, like, over and over and over again is crazy. All right, Coco Bird versus Bubber Ducky. Both frequent performers in these 8-man tournaments. I have played against both these guys a lot. I've lost to Bubber Ducky recently because he sacked the shit out of me. He was playing Ojamas, and his hand was like Mind Control, Monk Spell, fucking Chaos Sorcerer, Instant Fusion. And he had none of the Ojama cards in his hand. He just beat me with like the Nut Draw, Cat Draw, which is really funny. Looks like Bubber Ducky's opening hand is terrible, which is why you don't play the shells. And it looks like Coco Bird's opening hand is really good. It also looks like Coco Bird is playing my Monster Mash list. So that's exciting because we don't really get to see this deck that often. Main phase 1, we are going to be making that Drill Warrior and finding that shell. Pretty much a tell here that the 3rd shell is in hand because you're going to be pitching it to the Drill Warrior. And you know what? This is a mistake. This is a mistake from both players. Not only is it a mistake to preemptively discard the shell, but it's a mistake to not wait until the discard has happened to get the Herald of Orange Light on the drill. So usually what you want to do is you want to wait till he discards, the drill gets banished, and then when the drill comes back, it's a different effect. And then you just herald that effect. Then the drill stays banished. As it stands here, the drill should actually go to the graveyard. Yeah, and that's much worse for you because that's a monster towards Avarice, and he also didn't discard a card, so he just straight up has an extra card in his hand that he shouldn't have. Goes ahead and sets that back row, passes the turn. Here comes Set Magical Merchant. I'm almost certain of it. What I would consider doing here is maybe summoning Thunder King, but oh, I guess he did. He should have summoned Magical Merchant, or Set Magical Merchant though. When you see just Set back row, like you should just set Magical Merchant. Draws Caius. Here comes Pitch, Caius, and because he has that extra volcanic shell, because he messed up on the Herald of Orange Light, he is going to be able to make a drill here. And that's going to be really, really fucking hard for Bubber to beat without another Herald. So, yeah, that's that. Set card. Here comes Drill Warrior. Add back Caius. Can pitch Dandelion. Oh, he's just going to have. He's going to pitch Dandelion, which was an insane top deck, by the way, when you have an active drill. And pass the turn. And now there's a Herald of Orange Light. Magical Merchant's going to flip. Mill until you hit the sauce. Hits Pot of Avarice, which is pretty fucking good. So now your Pot of Avarice is going to be... You're going to want to put back Gallus, Christia, Herald, and probably Alchemist. Yeah, that's probably it. You want double Gallus. So he's not going to target Gallus at all. The reason you want Gallus is if you draw Christia, you can tribute summon it, lock out his Drill Warrior, win the game. You just go special Gallus, hit it over both tokens, and then double tribute for Christia, you win. Alternatively, if you have... No, that's pretty much it. That's the only reason to do it. He's going to shuffle the cards back. He's going to draw 2 new cards. Shuffling back Witch here is not that great because it's not a very good draw. Dark Armed is an okay draw, but, you know, whatever. Here, he's got Plague activation. He's going to stack for Plague, special summon Dark Armed Dragon, attack the token, attack directly for 2,800. I don't really love this play. He still has his normal summon. He could have normal summoned Snipe Hunter and made a Synchro and then Avericed again. The fact that he didn't, like I said, I don't really love this play. You're just leaving too much in play. Here comes Drill Warrior. That's going to add back Dandelion. And you make a mistake. Honestly, you make a mistake not heralding this. But alas, here we are. Brain Control is going to take Dark Arm Dragon, and that's going to be game. Pretty sure. Tax this. You have to Honest. What? What? You have Honest. You have Honest in your hand, Cocoa Bird. What? First off, Herald the Drill Warrior coming back. Second off, Honest to stay. Honest wins. Honest pretty much stabilizes for you there. Anyway. Game 2. Alright, Cocoa Bird going first. And his opening hand is quite nice. He's got a couple of flip effect monsters. Actually don't love Spy versus the plant decks, but looks like it's still in. I personally prefer setting Merchant first before setting Spy, but that's just me. Here comes Lonefire. And this is why. Like, you'd so much rather resolve Merchant here than Spy in the face of Titanial or Black Rose, not Black Rose, but like turn 1 Stardust or turn 1 Drill Warrior or whatever turn 1 play they can make. It's definitely like, okay, think about it this way. If they don't do anything to attack you, it's better to have Merchant into Caius. And if they do something to attack you, it's better to have Merchant. So either way, it's better to have Merchant than have Spy here for a lot of reasons. Anyway, there's a Spy. Spy's going to summon out Spy. No Descendant. We're going to summon Descendant here. Okay. I like summoning Spy a little bit more because Descendant is a little bit better of a draw because it has more attack points, but it's marginal. Set Bottomless and pass. Draw for turn is Sangan. Another mistake Bubber has made here is he left in Space Typhoon. We are going to normal summon Thunder King Ryo. Don't love this. But I guess, yeah, Bottomless. Okay. Bottomless banishing the Thunder King Ryo is respecting Honest. So there's that. Alright, pass the turn. That Brain Control is glued to Bubber Ducky's hand. Damn. Runs over the Descendant. Passes a turn back after setting Deep Prison. Here comes Witch. Witch is going to get summoned. It's going to reveal Battle Fader. Perfect draw. Gallus is going to activate. Does it hit Avarice? It does not. So, going to deal 600. And then going to make Black Rose, I'm assuming. Yeah. So, you could have made Ancient Fairy in defense and then special Desangan. It's actually not a bad play. But, alas, here we are. Set Raikou, set Typhoon Pass. Here comes set Sangan. Let's see what the Raikou's going to do. Pop the Sangan. Nice bait. Mills 3. Searches Herald of Orange. Well played from Coco on that. But up to 5 monsters now. So Avarice is now live. And that's going to be the case. So both players on their Avarice game. Both players at roughly full life points. And we're just getting a reset of like the game, more or less. Now, if you're Bubber Ducky here, you're probably thinking activate quick draw, maybe. Maybe not, though. Looks like he is. He's going to pitch the superfluous quick draw and make Nitro and just try to attack for 19. Or not 19, 28. But there's the Battle Fader that we did know about off of the Witch. Makes sense. You just want to Caius the Nitro. Here comes another Caius, so good thing you went for it. Attack for 24. And that Typhoon is locking that Gores in place, so this is probably curtains for Bubber here. He's going to set Volcanic Shell and pass. Caius is going to be sacked for another Caius. That's going to attack for 24. I don't really like that play. I like just committing the Merchant and attacking the set monster. Like if it's Dandelion, then like whatever. If it's Raikou, you could even consider heralding and then aversing. Honestly, you probably should have averaged before even doing this. If you're scared of Raikou, then you can just summon Herald and then Synchro into Stardust Dragon. Fucking don't be scared of Raikou. Anyway, Lone Fire off the top is great. It's going to activate, but there's the Herald, finally. Sets Brain Control, passes the turn. Draws another Herald. Here comes Summon Witch. Just attack for game. Battle Step, Typhoon though, and Brain Control. Take 17, drop Gores. Run over the Gores token. Why the fuck are we not aversing? Why did we not avers at any point to try and get Herald of Orange to win through this shit? What are you waiting for? Next game on this avers? I don't get it. Either way, Dark End is game, so yep. That's going to be that. And we're going to the next one. He says it happens. We all have brain fails. Which, yes. Brain farts. Yes. That is true. Especially game 1. God damn. But yeah. T-set, pass. Here comes Witch, activate. Hits Christia, goaded. Attack. Interesting. Electing not to special Gallus. Nice little plus there for Cocoa Bird. But Bubber does mill 3 monsters, revealing Pulling the Rug, which is pretty good against Witch specifically. More Raikous. Here comes Gallus. And that also hits a big monster, so that's 1400 damage. Life point's going to get bugged here, so Bubber Ducky should be at 6600. Caius is going to banish Raikou. Oh, it's not a bug. He just misinputted. Attacks for 24. Drops Bubber to 4200. Bubber elected not to use Bottomless there. I think probably scared of the Christia. But Bubber didn't really have a great way to out this Caius other than like pitch Raikou special, quick draw, and then sack for his own Caius. Which isn't bad, but like he did have to top deck that Lone Fire to really make this play look pro. He attacks over the Caius, deals 400. Passes back. Herald of Orange Light, turn 2 late, but DD Warrior Lady will clean up this Titanial pretty easily. Quick draw being an insane draw here. Gonna make 2 tokens. And then I think you just sack the quick draw for Caius. Yep. But Herald of Orange Light. Too powerful. Titanial gonna attack into DD Warrior Lady. And that's gonna be the whole board cleaned up pretty easily. Thanks to Herald plus DD Warrior Lady. Solid 3 for 4, actually, from Cocoa Bird. And now he's just up a card. He can go for Sangan here, which I much prefer to summoning Thunder King. But he'll probably go for Thunder King. No, he went for Sangan. Okay, interesting. Here comes Card Trooper. It's going to mill 3. And just pass. Draws Christia. Normal summon Plague. Synchro to Android. Activate Sangan. Chain Bottomless. I honestly think getting the Merchant down is better. But that's just me. Searches Alchemist. Passes the turn. Here comes another mill 3. Gets 2 more tokens. Because it's like, now you're really far behind on board. And if he was hitting Caiuses, like, it'd be pretty bad for you. That being said, only 1 Caius is gone. Only 1 Avarice is gone, so I don't know. Here comes 1900. Set, pass. Here comes Alchemist. Activate. Attack over the Card Trooper. Probably should have just done that with Sangan last turn. You knew the Sangan attack was going to connect because it ran over a token the turn before. Through that back row. Here comes draw into shell and then draw into a second shell, and such is life with the Volcanic deck. It's going to mill, hit Alchemist, make it miss timing. Mills the 3rd shell. Ironic. Attacks for 200. Passes a turn. Here comes another Alchemist. Activate. Attack over the Raikou. Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Normal Thunder King. Attack. Mirror Force. Add back. Fucking Dark Armed. Special Christia. Add back Alchemist, but that's going to get crowed. Yep. Call of the Haunted is the draw, but that does nothing against Christia. You kind of just need to wait till you draw Caius. Here comes Christia attacking a token. We drew Bottomless. Why are we burning the brain? You just set Volcanic Shell and hope to draw another Caius. You gotta have more than one Caius in there, right? Anyway. Yeah, there's really no reason to do this for damage. You're not getting anywhere. He's trying to, like, maybe set up a fucking guy for game, but, like, all he has to do is commit another card, and Caius for game doesn't work. Here comes Summon Witch. You should Avarice first, and then flip the Merchant. Merchant can run over the token, or the set shells that you know about, because he hasn't been activating the shell. But I guess he hasn't been activating the shell because of his life total, so you don't fully know. But you can look in the grave and see, like, oh, 2 Raikos are gone. You know, like, what else could it be, really? Attacks. Deep Prison. Main phase 2, Avarice. I feel like you should always Avarice main phase 1, just so you have the most information on your play. There's really no reason to wait on it. Here comes Dark Arm Dragon. Chain's Bottomless. Why did we hit the new one? The new one was the most likely to be Bottomless. Anyway. Draw Hamster, set Hamster. What you should do here is actually Call of the Haunted onto probably Quick Draw. Make Drill. Keep the Hamster in hand. Run over the Witch. Pitch to banish Drill. And then hope that that can take over the game, or at least force a Herald. As it stands, it's like you never do anything here. Activate Snipe Hunter. Hits. Lucky. Activate Snipe Hunter again. Hits. Okay. Activate Snipe Hunter again. Hits. 3 for 3 with Snipe Hunter. Insane. Why are we not just hitting the back row too then? Anyway. He attacks. Here comes Call of the Haunted. Main phase 2. This motherfucker activates Snipe Hunter again. Bro, it's a tuner. Make Dark End. Blow up the Gores. Just make the Dark End. Don't pitch your Herald, your live Herald. Oh my god. Just make Dark End. Just make Dark End. Or just hit 4 times. God damn it, Cocoa Bird. Bubber Ducky, Bubber unlucky today. Crazy matches. Thank you for tuning in for Replay Review. These are always some of the most cursed games in existence. I never have a good time doing this, but sometimes people like it. So leave a like, leave a subscription, and become a member if you want to see my deck profile for the Xanadu tournament. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.